Yeah. You go. Jets, nigga. Raise money after money after money after money after money. I'm an outlaw, I'm right-handed, but I drive southpaw. I'm outlandish, ghost ride the vanquish, who's driving my car? Hot spit a nigga flow fresh like salt. You out South Beach in a rented Chrysler, scraping up your money to get in a nightclub. I walk up, get in it, club lines, I don't see them. They're invisible like the line of scrimmage. Spitter is chillin' and Levi denim. Bitches like us, cause they say we different from all them other niggas, say they just not with it. Jet niggas live like modern day hippies, smoke weed and make music. Mine goose is with black mag, shout out to the cool kids. Girls used to say, who you think you is? Now they tapping their friends like, there he go, bitch. Spit a nigga retro flow, old school game, that super tech mobo. Renaissance artist, bitches blow him like a malfunctioning Nintendo cartridge. Lay back, kill him with the calmness. They hate that, they can't take that. Broke niggas got their money tied up like a wave cap. I get paid, smoke joints on stage. Point bitches out, bring them back to the cave. Like Batman and Vicky Vale. The difference is that my Batmobile is a Chevelle. And my cave is a condo laid out. Got the private balcony, baby, we can smoke and fuck our brains out. Have sex casually, name in the street buzz growing gradually. I kick it in the overdrive, then drastically shit change. I'm in these offices, stomping couches, I'm Rick James. Spit a nigga flow insane. It was inside of an insane asylum that I found it.
That's awesome, Aaron. You called it. Crazy day of football, like wacky. The hospital. This is his old mixtape. This is Super Tecmo Bowl. I was listening to Jet Set Currency way back. Currency. I don't like new Currency. This is when Currency was good, man. The Super Tecmo Bowl album. You remember this album cover? I had this on burnt CDs. We printed out the covers and everything, man. Baby, you want me? Baby, you want me? All right. I know you know, but do they know? Steelers D's on point tonight. Well, they're winning with a fourth string quarterback. First off, listen, what is wrong with the Cowboys? Dak had 0 interceptions. He had a 70% completion rate, almost an 89 point something passer QB rating. What the fuck happened? Listen, I gotta be straight up with you guys. Real quick, I have a confession. I got a confession to make. I took a nap today. You guys think I'm wired? I took a longer nap than I sleep hours in a night. So I'm probably going to be a little late. I'll get caught up on some things. Tonight's the night to message me if you have questions. Want to chat, whatever. I just got to find some... Oh, do I need to... Hold on, I actually need to get a box of sleeves. Yeah, so what is up? What is up with the Cowboys? Let's start with the things I was wrong about. The Bucks suck. Do I think they can get better? They have to. I didn't watch the game. I'm going to watch the condensed version tonight. I'm really interested to see what went on there. I took my son with my wife and my 2 sons to a fall festival. I'm kind of glad I did. It looks like they start chucking the ball a little bit at the end. Godwin with what, like 25 fantasy points. Evan with like 19. Wasn't a bad day. But dude, I don't know. Bruce Arians is supposed to be the QB whisperer. I don't know if Jameis has his fingers in his ears or what. C-Mac is crushing it. Hurt. He was clearly hurt today from the part of the game that I saw. Just craziness around the league. So Cowboys lose. Texans win. I couldn't have put enough money on that game, but I shouldn't have parlayed it with the Bengals. What did I do? Is Winston just really garbage? No, Mariota is garbage. And I'm so mad that I picked him up in a league I had to because both my QBs were off. It was just, it was, I don't mind doing that. It wasn't bad planning per se. I don't think you should ever go into a fantasy draft letting the bye weeks affect your decision. The only problem is that the waiver wire fell where there was it was a bad week for off weeks, and Mariota went out in the third quarter, got benched, whatever that was. So we're going to go through some of the games here. I do want to pull up. Sorry, guys. I know it's a little bit of a slow start here. Like I said, I was not down here much today. I actually hung out with my family a little bit today. Needed a day with them. So going to get at it tonight, though. I'll be up late tonight, like I said. Do want to pull up the score app. We're going to go through the games a little bit. The first game we're going to talk about is the we talked a little bit about Carolina-Tampa. 37-26 was the final on that game. Carolina is now 4-2. Do they have a chance to win that division over the Saints is my first question, you guys. I mean, they're doing it with Kyle Allen. I think while we're talking about, no, not the worst. Who got drafted after Jamarcus Russell, Aaron? Jamarcus Russell was a first pick. Who was drafted after him? Because right away, thank God for Peyton Manning, because if it wasn't for him, Ryan Leaf would have been the worst 1-2 pick ever. Jameis didn't have an awful, the worst day ever. It wasn't a Mariota bad day, I'll tell you that. Let me hit record real quick. Kyle Allen greater than Minshew. Mike hates Gardner Minshew. I will say this about Gardner Minshew, and I kind of wanted to go in order of the games a little bit, and actually one more thing I want to pull up here. Gardner Minshew just allowed Nick Foles to get his job back, which is a little upsetting. I want to see more out of Gardner Minshew. I think that there's going to be trade offers for him. Jags have a recent history of saying no to trades. 5 first rounds they wanted for Jalen Ramsey. Did Ramsey play today? Did he get back in there and play? Oops. So much to talk. I mean, what I needed, Mike. Oh, Mike, how'd your radio show go this morning? I didn't get a chance to listen. Were you on at a different time because of the early game? He didn't play, so they couldn't convince him to play because it's not injury. I mean, I think that's what they're trying to rule out. You did, Mike? Awesome, man. Your show is cool. I want to listen more. I saw Jameis had 5 picks. It wasn't a great day. I mean, listen, there have been quarterbacks in the past. I believe Peyton Manning had games like that, not his 4th year, but when you look at second-year quarterbacks, I'm referring to Baker Mayfield right now. Everyone needs to chill the F out on Baker Mayfield. Just relax a minute. All right, he's having a rough stretch. I don't think he is Johnny Manziel. Cool it with the Johnny Manziel talk. All right. Is he stinking it up right now? Yeah, he stinks. There's nice Kyler Murray. He's been impressive. Overcoming in my opinion, I don't know enough, but what it looks like to be a shitty coach. Darnell Savage, Stafford. There's 2 teams. That game should be pretty cool tomorrow. It could as much be a blowout too, either way. So, Patty Mahomes. That game's crazy. I want to talk. There's so much to talk about. Yeah. Dude, Baker is not Winston, first of all. Baker is not hot trash. He can easily fade out. But let's just chill. He's a second-year quarterback on a very, very poorly coached team. Extremely poorly coached team. We all said it coming in. There was way too many divas on that roster, right? Gary Jennings. So if anybody's giving away their Baker Mayfield cards, hit me up. I will take them. Max, you don't get a vote. You're still going through puberty, dude. No, Max, honestly, man, you just you don't get a vote just because you said that you told me to play all those Steelers players and it cost me too much money. So you're eliminated from voting on who's good and who's not. It cost me my perfect record on DraftKings week 2 or 3. Harrison Smith for the Minnesota Vikings. There's no O-line. That's another thing. And if I can tell you, I can only speak from experience in Buffalo, is that this is the first time we had an offensive line. Bet you guys heard that a lot today. Stephon Diggs. All right, let me ask you this, Bo, because you're in here. Is Stephon Diggs still want to trade? Yeah, I lost because of you, man. You ruined my perfect week listening to your lineup. I used your lineup, man. Quinnen Williams out of 75. Was that a 1? First off the run, 1 out of 75. Quinnen Williams. Oh, I loved Alex Smith. Got a bad. I always liked Alex Smith, Josh. I was a huge Alex Smith fan. I think what happened to him, I was so happy that he was successful after San Francisco. It was sad to see what happened to him there. Yeah, I think so too, Aaron. And in dynasty leagues, guys that are giving up Baker or dropping Baker in dynasty leagues. Here's a Kyler Murray. Yes, please. I'll take Baker. I mean, especially because they didn't just sign Beckham to a 1-year deal. Yeah, so what do you think? The trade deadline's coming up, Bo, October 29th. I don't think they don't get a trade done. Jonathan Abram for the Oakland Raiders. They had off this week along with the Bears, the Bills. So sorry, again, this is never good with my already ADD and squirrel, but I'm trying to go through these games and we're kind of all over. There's obviously so much to talk about. Baltimore got a scare. Cincinnati, giving them a little bit of a scare. Although Lamar Jackson, and Josh, maybe you can speak to this a little bit because I saw your thing in chat. They said Lamar Jackson, the first person ever in the Super Bowl era to rush for over 150 yards and pass for over 200. Josh had stated that Colin Kaepernick did that. Did you do any more research on that, Josh? Debo going out to San Fran. That is the San Francisco 49ers going out to Josh Long. There it is. You know what, though, Bo? That's good for Kirk. This happens with these quarterbacks. Here we go. How about a Daniel Jones? This guy is so accurate on his throws, man. He is a good, and I understand there were interceptions that happened on Thursday. They said throwing into that wind was either way. If you were going into the wind, they said you couldn't put touch on the ball because it was just being zipped on soft touch throws. Get against it, there was no accuracy at all. They said that Daniel Jones all around had a pretty solid game. He threw a few right in the basket for some of those guys. But he wasn't the first person to do it. You're saying he didn't have 200 yards passing. David Montgomery, that makes sense. There he is, Lamar Jackson. Since we're on that game, Cincinnati over Tampa, I'm sorry. Wow, I saw the Tampa card. Since we're on the game, Baltimore over Cincinnati, does Baltimore take down the North? Are we locking them in as the winners of the North? Oh my gosh, Max. Well, I mean, if you're being serious, Max, they got some work to do. Looking good tonight, though. I don't know if the Chargers are the best test to prove that they're back on track. Bengals looking sharp. I would agree. I'm not betting a whole lot of money on them yet. Let me pull up that game real quick. I want to see the stats on that. The Ravens, Bengals. Let's see. Andy Dalton, 235, no touchdowns and an interception. Is it time? Is it Finley time? Guys, are we ready to see Finley yet? I know I am, just for the sake of cards. I don't see why not. What like is he look that awful? Joe Mixon, 8 rushes for 10 yards, 2 catches for 29. I mean, we all know that offensive line is horrible. They lost their first round draft pick at the beginning of the year, which was an offensive lineman, I believe, who they were very excited about. Saquon Barkley, Irv Smith. Auden Tate, 5 for 91. He might be the best player they have on there right now. AJ Green and Tyler Eifert. I don't see how they don't. There's no way they don't get traded. AJ Green probably going to end up going to the Pats. Josh Allen, George Kittle, Justin Tucker, Deontay Thompson for the Cards out of 25. And for the Green Bay Packers, Rashawn Gary going out to the Pack. That's going to be Josh Akins. There you go, Josh. I know the standings in the North are a little crazy. The Browns aren't certainly not out of it yet, you know, and it's nuts when you see the lines for those games. When you see like this, the Seahawks were what, -3 is it? And that Seahawks team might possibly, I mean, they can be in talks. You could make the case how they might be the best team in the NFC. Although it's tough when you look at the Niners and they're in the same division, man. That NFC West is insane. AJ wants to stay. That's cool. I mean, that's neat. You have players like that right now. Yeah, Aaron, like Aaron, that's the thing is like it looked to me as though he had a correct fits on a route at the beginning from what I saw. Max, no Chargers hit yet. Evan, Lawrence, Watts, there's a Will Grier out of 275. And Lenny Moore, 1 of 1. Boom, baby. 1 of 1 going out to the Indianapolis Colts. That is going to be Chris Morris with the 1 of 1 Lenny Moore. I wanted one of these yesterday, but we'll take it today. That's cool. You know what that means, though? What time it is? I can find it. Oh, Alex, we've spent too many minutes on that Gary auto. It's always the damn Packers with those autos. Last year it was Jamon Moore. This year it's Rashawn Gary. Jamon Moore was called J-Dot because that's what he signed. I mean, we've even pulled not vet, like older product, like 11 and 12 of Packers. I don't know. And their odds are crap. I think it's part of being a Packer. I'm not downplaying the Niners. Listen, I told my brother today, Josh, I was wrong about the Niners being I always said the Niners were in the conversation. But I was wrong. Listen, I can admit when I was wrong. I was wrong about how good the Niners defense specifically is. And how good the Niners team is as a whole. Now, Josh, you said it yourself. They haven't played enough great teams yet. But I would say they have played more competition than the Patriots. So, again, these are just my takes on it. This is just, obviously, I was way wrong on the Bucks. I was way wrong on the Bengals. I was right for the Texans this year, so far. Yeah, I saw that, Aaron. And Larry even came up to him and was like asking him. So it was cool. All right, man. To Chris Morris, I'm going to take your shot here. Got a little Crown Peach. Congratulations, 101 Lenny Moore. That's so good. There we go. Oh, I would agree with you 100% on that. And that's not distaste for the Patriots coming out of me. That's saying that I don't think they can beat that Niners D. Although the Niners got to outscore the Pats D too. That I could see that being like a 3-0 game. And I'm taking the Niners kicker over Mike Nugent. Is that who it is right now? McCole Hardman, Chris Carson, Mariota, McCaffrey. There's Whiteside out of 99. Let's talk about this guy for a minute. Benched with the Dolphins. I heard today that there's already talks he's gone. He will be on his 3rd NFL team in 3 years as a top 10 draft pick. Joe Mixon, we already talked about him. He's got to pick it up. Hey, Jordan, I saw you over there on Facebook. You're welcome to come over to YouTube, too, youtube.com/BlazzinBreaks. Chat with us on there. If you're on a device, just make sure that you're in the app, not on the website. There he is, Kyler Murray. Yeah, Kyler's elusive. They said that he had 0 sacks on the day, and that Falcons team has a decent sack history. I heard the stat in passing, but it sounds like he was elusive during the game. I didn't see a ton of the game. And for the Bengals, Stanley Morgan Jr. out of 99. Where the Finleys at tonight? We pulled every Finley that Panini made last night in one break. 3 of them. Rookie patch, or I guess on-card autos or rookie patch autos for all of them. Let's go on. I want to go to the next game. So we're not sure that real quick, that AFC North, and I hope you guys, I've asked this before, but if I'm ever going too slow, talking too much, just let me know. I don't mind, but I love talking football. Baltimore, Cincinnati. Obviously, Cincinnati eliminated. I don't think we're willing to crown Baltimore yet. They're a little wishy-washy. Same thing, Steelers dealing with a lot of injuries. Browns have not found their identity or their rhythm or anything yet. Baker sucks right now. I'm willing to say he sucks right now. That's as far as I'll go. I'm sorry, Alex. You had a hot streak there for a while, too, man. You sucked up all the luck. To be fair, man, or I guess in the megas, we should have grabbed more because of all the cards. But with the, it is hard when you put impeccable in there because not a ton of base. Let's go on to the next game. Seattle, Cleveland. We did talk about a little bit. Seattle, obviously. Pull up the stats on that one. Let's see. Russell Wilson, 23 for 33, 295 yards, 2 touchdowns. How about Chris Carson this year? 24 carries, 124 yards, and a touchdown. He averaged 5.2 yards a carry. All right. Russell Wilson added 9 carries for 31 yards and a touch himself. Procise got some time. 3 carries, 8 yards. Nothing special. Metcalf with a run and Lockett. So they're using their receivers in a run game. No, who is it that had it? Jerron Brown had both receiving touchdowns. 3 targets, 2 touchdowns. That is efficiency right there. 3 for 29, 2 touchdowns. Lockett had 5 for 75. Metcalf 4 for 69. Carson added 4 for 35. So Carson coming in with some decent fantasy numbers if you look at it that way. 18.4 in the run game. If you add PPR, you're adding another 7. So 26 almost, 25.9 fantasy points for Carson. I think so too. I think DK is legit. Maybe we'll give away a Metcalf or a DK Metcalf jersey this week. T.Y. Hilton, Evans, Keenan Allen. How about a Jerry Rice, 5 out of 10? Seattle got lucky to win that. You probably were rooting for that not to happen, I'm sure. 32-28. Trust me, I needed that as the... that they came back. What was it? I saw this stat here. It was after the first quarter. I think they got outscored like 23-8 or something. I forget what it was, but it's just crazy. When you go look at the Brown stats, you're looking. Mayfield was 22 for 37, 249 and a touchdown. 4 carries for 35 yards and a rushing touchdown. Outside of his 3 interceptions, which is a big deal. Not the worst day. Mayfield, what's 22 divided by 37? It's above, 50%. He's not completely inaccurate. Big mistakes. One of the touchdowns was a little bit behind, but it did hit the receiver's hands. J.D. McKissick. It's not a DK, but how about a J.D. McKissick out of 50? Odell Beckham, 6 for 101, so he'll be okay for now because I do believe that Beckham is a guy who likes the games where he gets his stats. A touchdown would have helped him. Other than that, Ricky Seals-Jones, 3 for 47 and a touchdown. Landry, 3 for 36. They got to start getting Landry the ball. That's all there is to it. So, not much to talk about there except the Seahawks with another win. They're getting the job done. 14 out of 35, Dexter Lawrence. Are you guys okay with me going over these stats? Or would you rather me just bust through these cards? Be honest. I haven't had a chance to look through them a ton. You guys got to tell me, though. I don't want to annoy you, and I don't want to stop you from getting in the breaks. Holy Daniel. Out of 199. It has been a crazy week for quarterbacks here at Blazzzin, man. Last night, a Kyler, a Haskins, and a Daniel Jones. We had helmets yesterday. We had Sam Darnold and Dwayne Haskins helmets and stuff like that. So, Daniel Jones out of 199 going to the New York Football Giants. There you go, Amy. I think he's going to be the future there. Him and Barkley together, I see a NFC championship in the next 3 years for that team right there. If they can put some other pieces together. Cook, Foles, and Godwin. Neil Anderson out of 199. Well, Josh, you're the only one that approved, but no one complained. I did have like 2 people leave. So, Jamison Crowder out of 25 for the Jets. Do you want to hear something? I appreciate you let me know that, Carbon. Hunter Henry wasn't supposed to play, so I had to pick up a tight end. It's a really short roster league I'm in. So what do? I drop Robbie Anderson so I can pick up a scrap tight end. Got me 3.5 points, I think. I'm going to use my waiver wire pick. I haven't used it all year. I'm first on the wire. I'm going to end up picking up Robbie Anderson now that Darnold's back. I held on to him that whole time. For the Colts, another one, Paris Campbell. All right, so the next game on the list was a doozy. I can't wait to go back and watch it. It was the Texans and the Chiefs. Deshaun balling out. 30 for 42, 280, and a touchdown. Did have 2 interceptions, but added 10 carries, 42 yards, and 2 rushing touchdowns, which is huge in fantasy. But Kayla, how would you know? Except for the fact that at the beginning of the year, they talked about how he had good chemistry. For the Pittsburgh Steelers, Deontay Johnson. I mean, you having Robbie Anderson on the bench is actually probably a smart decision. If your team's awful and you have to play Robbie, then you probably aren't in great shape anyhow. But it does stink when you see those points sitting on your bench. It's a stat I've been following. The years that I had my optimal lineup for like the majority of my games, I won championships. You go look at it. See if you would have always go at the end of the week and say, if I would have plugged in my best players, would I have won? That means you drafted well, but you didn't, and you wavered well, but you didn't, start your lineup well. That is something you can fix by a little more research. If you drafted poorly and you can't fix it with waiver wire and your bench wouldn't have done it, at least you know there's nothing you could have done there, right? Ah, nice. Who was your pick today, Carbon? I took the Redskins. I was scared. We get 2 strikes in ours too. It's not for quite that much, but I don't have any strikes either. I still have some good teams on the board. I've been trying to take the teams early when you don't have a strike, and you can kind of play with some of the lesser teams. Because I've been in ones where after 3 weeks you get to pick the team again. I don't like that. I like to be the one I'm in where you get 0, repicks. Oh, so you're like me. Yeah, you at least, like, in your case, you still have them on your roster. Ed Oliver, James Conner, Geis, you're going to like this one. Here we go. Out of 75 for you, Josh. How about a Nicky Bosa? Another one for the Niners, baby. There you go. Two-color Bosa, man. I love his personality the more I see about him and stuff. So did I. I took Washington this week, too. Everyone else took the Ravens was the biggest pick of the week, which I was surprised about, man. I didn't think that was necessarily a lock. Obviously, it worked out for them. I'm sure they were scared. Only one team took the Cowboys. I thought that would be a bigger pick, but I think a lot of people already had used them. I still have the Cowboys available. Now I don't know if I want to use them. They're scaring me. I had the Cowboys in and I changed it. George Kittle, another Niners for you there. Singletary, Butler, Marquise Brown, Kenny Galladay for the Lions. I saw someone, was that you that showed me that or I saw someone put on his Wikipedia page, I don't know if it was edited or what, but it was like Baker Mayfield's daddy. That's funny. I don't care who you are. That's funny. All right, so the Kansas City though, Mahomes did let his armor get penetrated. Had an INT. I don't know what the situation was. Sometimes at the end of the game like that, you never know. 19 for 35. I mean, he had a 96.5. He lost a fumble too. So I don't know if Baker lost a fumble, but he did have 2 turnovers too. 3 passing touchdowns. Ran the ball once for -1 yards. I imagine it's just a fail there. McCaffrey out of 399 and out of 50. 4-color green, black, silver, white. How about an Arthega Whiteside there for Philly Eagles going out to you, Jamar? So Tyreek Hill is back. It was the return of Hill and Diggs. My brother said he changed his lineup last minute. He took out Diggs, but he did put in Tyreek Hill. If he could have had them both in, that would have been interesting. But Travis Kelce having a Kelce game, 4 for 58. It seems to be that rate this year. McCole Hardman, same, 4 for 45. Darwin Williams, 1 big catch for 52 yards. McCoy was the leading rusher. Now, they only rushed the ball, if you don't count Mahomes, from backs 10 times. McCoy had 8 of those carries. Damian Williams had 1 for 6 yards. And DeAnthony Thomas had 1 carry for 4 yards. So I'm not really sure if they're just leaning on Mahomes that heavily. They're going to have to run the ball if they don't, I don't know what the game flow was. I can't wait to go watch it, but I can't believe Texans actually pulled it off. I did say it was the game I trusted Texans would win, but secretly I wasn't that confident. Texans looking good in that AFC South, though. Ooh. We'll take it. 900 points. I'll stay true to you guys. I'll still give away $5 credit because we pulled points, but that'll get you something nice, or at least add to it so you can get something. They're going to be coming out with stuff soon. So 900 points there. Not too bad. Still points. But they're fixing it. And Mystique, I don't want to do that. Mystique, Aaron Rodgers at a 299. Derrick Henry, awful game. Yeah, keep them, man. Don't blow them on stuff, man. I'm telling you, they randomly push stuff out. You're going to want to have it for that. So, it's going to be one of our autos, though. Cortland Sutton out of 299. Breeze, Vander Esch, and Cooper. Shining Star is Adam Thielen. I may put up a helmet mini tonight. We may bust a couple helmets open or something like that. Aaron Rodgers. So on to the next game. We'll just kind of do the speed recap here. I don't know if you guys all got to look through all the stats and everything. This is honestly, I love that you guys let me do this. It is my chance. There's a Jimmy G. Who said they called it Jimmy G acetate in Illusions? You meant an auto? You did get an acetate. The next game up on the list would be Jacksonville and New Orleans. We won't spend a lot of time on this. Minshew Mania has calmed down quite a bit. Bridgewater was 24 for 36, a touchdown, no interceptions, 240 yards. Michael Thomas, 8 for 89. Cook, 3 for 37 and a touchdown. Daniel Jones at a 349. Just crazy. Yeah, those cards are cool, those purple XR ones. So nothing special with the Saints. They put up 10 points. Jacksonville, Minshew 14 for 29, under 50%, 163 yards, no touchdowns. Fournette was 20 for 72, under 4 yards per carry. It was a bad game all around. No more time on that one. Let's go to the next game. And that would be the Minnesota-Philadelphia game. How about the Vikes and the Eagles? $38-20. Let's see. Vikings came out and didn't let up. 24-10 at the half. What was it? 31-20. They never looked back. Wentz went 26 for 40, 306, 2 touchdowns and 1 interception. He rushed twice for 23 yards total. I don't consider him a rusher, but shining stars at a 299. Alvin Kamara, Marquise Brown. There we go. Hollywood going out to the Ravens. There we go. Over to, well, obviously, let's look at the Miles Sanders. Had 3 catches. He was the leading receiver. 3 catches, 86 yards, and a touch. So he might be a guy to look at as far as collection goes. Alshon Jeffrey, 10 catches, 76 yards, and a touch as well. Ertz, 4 for 54. Nothing special. The rest of the guys, 5 or 4 catches. Godert and Aguilar with about the same 50-some yards. Oops. But over on the Minnesota side, you had Kirk Cousins, 22 for 29, 333 yards, 4 touchdowns, 1 interception. Alexander Madison was the leading rusher over Dalvin Cook. Ooh, we got something. There's a Kyler Murray rookie. Campbell, there's a Bosa. Tremaine Edmonds out of 7 for the Bills. And a Hines Ward acetate out of 7 Buffalo Bills. So, Dalvin Cook, 16 for 41 and a touchdown. So, not much difference. Although, he only had 2.6 yards a carry. Alexander Madison with 4.5 yards per carry. Stephon Diggs, 7 for 167. 3 touchdowns. So, getting, 23 plus another 18. Is that 40-some fantasy points? Craziness. All right, last hit. Then we go do the we'll do the recap, and then we'll give away that pink pack and 2 $5 hitless credits. Thielen, 6 for 57 and a touch as well. Thank you, Maximus. It's gonna be a green out of 10. 3 out of 10 for the Cardinals going to chance. How about a Hakeem Butler? Hakeem Butler for the Arizona Cardinals. 3 out of 10 green. See, that's cool. You can get that. I mean, if you want a PC, I bought a few cards for giveaways off there too when they had some better ones. All right, here we go. Let me recap what we got here. And we did get the Daniel Jones bigger hit. And then we'll give away the 900.5 credit. Then we'll give away the hitless credit. So, Kyler Murray, Tremaine Edmonds out of 7. Biscuit, Sutton out of 299. Daniel Jones, Hardman, Kittle, Crowder out of 25. Lawrence out of 35. There was a Rice out of 10. Thompson out of 25. Whiteside out of 99. And Kyler Murray. There's a Daniel Jones out of 200 Astral. Kyler Murray rookie, and out of 75, Quinnen Williams, first off the run, and a 7 out of 7, Tremaine Edmonds. Better one? Did I? What? Huh? I didn't mean to. It was an accident. I'm not gonna lie. It's not because I love Mitchell Trubisky. I was talking and wasn't paying attention. Baltimore Ravens, Mike Cornett. You got yourself to Hollywood. Out of 50, Arthega Whiteside out of 50. Going out to Jamar, Philly. We got it's 21-0. Who scored the third touchdown for Pittsburgh? Speaking of Pittsburgh, Deontay Johnson going out to Matt Miller. Paris Campbell for the Indianapolis Colts. Oh, the better ones? Yeah, the Bosa. We got the Bosa too, if that's what you're referring to, Josh. Joe Mixon for the Cincinnati Bengals going out to Chance. And Harrison Smith out of 150 for the Vikings. James Conner got one. Cool. I have zero stock in James Conner, but... Hakeem Butler for the Arizona Cardinals. Chance. There you go. Out of 10. Yeah, not a bad break at all. All right, cool. Hakeem Butler. For the Seattle Seahawks, going out to Aaron, getting the J.D. McKissick out of 50. T.O. Auto. Stanley Morgan for the Cincinnati Bengals, going out to Chance. For the Green Bay Packers, Rashawn Gary going out to Josh Aikens. Debo for the San Francisco 49ers going out to Joe Schlong. Oakland Raiders, Jonathan Abram going out to Jamar. And here we go. Our top 3 hits of the break. I would say these definitely 3 decent hits here for sure. Nick Bosa out of 75, 2-color RPA. Daniel Jones out of 199, going to the New York Giants. And 1 of 1, Lenny Moore, going out to the Indianapolis Colts. So Colts, San Fran, and the New York Football Giants going to get marked there, Amy. I'm glad I didn't bet on the game. I would have leaned towards the Chargers. I said from the start I had no idea. You never want to bet against a 4th string quarterback because there's no valid tape. All right, we're gonna give away 900 points. Everyone eligible. And then second place will get a $5 credit, and then they do not count as a hit, but we will then give away the hitless prizes, a pink pack and 2 $5 credit. Stay tuned for that. Top name wins 900 points. Second gets 5 credit. Here we go. Bring you guys over to the screen. Final round. Jamar with the points. Matt Miller with the credit. Jamar Evans with the points. Matt Miller, you got yourself $5 credit. Let me mark that on here. And now we're going to do the hit list. First place will be the pink pack. Second and third will get $5 credit as well. Ups first gets pink pack. Second and third. Jaguars are Matt Miller. You're going to get yourself the pink pack. Are you in here? Let me know. And then Lions and Bucks. Keen Vela, you got yourself $5 credit. And Tampa Bay Bucks, Drake, you got yourself $5 credit. Matt Miller, you got the pink pack. If you're in here, let me know. We can crack that bad boy open. Tyler, yeah. But so let me see, Tyler, if I can, because I kind of disassembled my stacks. I've been pulling stuff out of them to do the pink packs. Let me put some legitimate stuff in there for you. You don't want to pull stacks if I grab it right now. It's a lot of, I pulled the good stuff out to put in pink packs. So if I do it now, you're going to have a big chance at junk. I don't want to do that to you. I want to put some good stuff in there for you. So I mean, I'm going to post a helmet, and if that fills or if it doesn't, I can still go live. But let me put some good stuff in there for you, man. I don't want you to have a like 0% chance of pulling anything good. That would not be fun. That's why I haven't been doing stacks. I usually switch it up. I've been doing these pink packs, or like the giveaway cards or whatever. And I figured it was time for me to redo the stacks anyhow. But Tyler, I'm assuming you got my message then. I think we did talk a little bit yesterday. So that's cool. I obviously haven't forgotten because hit you up yesterday. So, all right, man. I'll put a helmet. I mean, I would do a small break if I thought, I don't know. Let me get my thoughts together here. Maybe I'll throw like a spect or something up. But go Pitt, I guess. Tearing it up. All right, guys. Y'all have a good night.